$729 your Amazon account something now high enough. Please do not charge plus will be connected with our Amazon customer care.
We respectfully call upon the Tathagata Amida to enter this dojo as we joyfully scatter flowers of welcome. We respectfully call upon the Tathagata Shakyamuni to enter this dojo as we joyfully scatter flowers of welcome. We respectfully call upon the Tathagatas of the 10 directions to enter this dojo as we joyfully scatter flowers of welcome. Today, on this occasion of the 2021 Fall Ohigan Service, the members of the Venice Honganji Buddhist Temple have reverently come before Amida Buddha to reflect inwardly on this life, look to the other shore, and rededicate ourselves to this path of Nembutsu. With deepest reverence and gratitude for the all-embracing wisdom and compassion of Amida, we recite the name Namo Amida Butsu. Please put your hands together and repeat after me. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namandas, 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 namandas. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namandas, namandas. 世遠名無用当社日がつまに主公遠慮愛心のペ有脈注目如来予言当世無輪当学大恩おる実法愛門精進三昧智慧二徳無量中小慶人体千年動物崩壊愚人人の不合外体無明欲ぬ世尊読む人の死死人徳無量福君古代知恵人名法名異相神道大仙三が差別愛想法波動生じ非不下脱世造意愛人相人行税三昧知恵以上五世特別仏行志願一切空一切大安一切仏百千億万無量大僧修行行者修行一切知と諸仏修行具道原則不逆信用語者動物世界不不影無種節道法名思想心相国行税相 超絶国女内音にむとそとあいみんとだついさいじぽらいそしねんじょじょしとがこしらくあんのんお仏信用せが心相没願の日力所所よしぽせそんしむげ所領しそんしが信行し領心し即読中 Namandas, 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 namandas.
Okay, good morning and welcome to this morning's Autumn Ohigan service. My name is Judy Hopfield and I will be chairperson for this morning's service. Ohayo gozaimasu. Watashi no namae wa Judy Hopfield desu. Ohigan aihai ni go sanpai arigatou gozaimasu. Higan means crossing over to the other shore. The other shore referred to is the Pure Land of Amida Buddha, or the world of enlightenment. From that world, we receive the virtues of the practice of the 6 Paramitas, fulfilled for us from the Amida-sama. Through this service, we express our gratitude to the Amida-sama for saving us just as we are. We observe Ohigan twice a year when the length of the day and night are the same. Ohigan wa ta no kishi nehan wo imi shimasu. Jodo Shinshu de wa Ohigan wo Sanbutsu-ge to mo iimasu. Sanbutsu-ge toいう意味は、阿弥陀如来様を褒めたたえることです。阿弥陀如来様を褒めたたえる理由は、私たちみんなを漏らさずに助けてくださるからです。その喜びは表すために法要を務めます。We begin with the golden chain. I'm a link in Amida's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I must keep my link bright and strong. I will be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds. May every link in Amida's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all attain perfect peace. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Our first Gatha will be Shinshu Shuka, which is on page 65 of the Brown Service Book. For those of you joining by Zoom, materials for this morning's service were included in the email with the Zoom link. 茶色い聖典の65ページにある産物が新種主歌を歌いたいと思います。Zoom の人たちは Zoom の E メールを見てくださいます。
Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namandos, namandos, namandos.
All right, we will now have incense offering by our organizational representatives. Tsugi ni Bukkyokai no Kakudantai no Daihyo kara no shoko desu. Cupac 79, Kabu Scouto. Girl Scout Troop 5325, Garu Scouto. Dharma School. Junior YBA, Wakabuse. Aba, Usokai. Kujinkai. Gyokai. Thank you. Reverend Corey will now lead us in the reading of the three treasures. Three treasures Sankyemon wo Kwan Sensei ni shitagatte haidoku itashimasu.
Sankyemon. Ninjin ukugatashi ima sudani uko. Uppo kikigatashi ima sudani kiku. Ono ni konjo ni mukatte dose zumba sarani uzure no sho ni mukatte ka kono myodo sen. Daishu moro tomo ni shishin ni sambo ni kishi tate matsuru beshi. 自から仏に消し立て祭る。まさに願わくは師匠と共に、大道を体現して無常意を起こさん。自ら法に消し立て祭る。まさに願わくは師匠と共に、深く教蔵に入りて知恵海のごとくならん。自ら僧に消し立て祭る。まさに願わくは師匠と共に、大衆を取りして一切無下ならん。無常人人名の方は、百千万語にもあよことかたし、笑えば検問し順次することを得たり、願わくは如来の真実義を下し立て祭らん。The three treasures. Hard is it to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Difficult it is to hear the teachings of the Blessed One. Now we hear it. If we do not deliver ourselves in the present life, no hope is there that we shall be free from suffering and sorrow in the ocean of birth and death. Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I put my faith in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of thy way to enlightenment and awaken in ourselves thy supreme will. I put my faith in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depth of thy doctrine and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I put my faith in Sangha. May we all together become units in true accord. In thy life of harmony, in a spirit of universal family, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through ages of myriads of kalpas, hard is it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful doctrine. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teaching. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu.
Reverend Corey will now introduce the recorded guest speaker for today. Kwan Sensei wa Ohigan Hoyo no Tokubetsu Gokoshi sama wo shoukai shimasu.
Ohigan Service, or Fall Ohigan Service. This guest speaker we were very fortunate to have today really doesn't need an introduction, especially here, I hope. But if you would like one, no, he's the most senior minister in Southern District. Yes, Barbara, that is surprised. I can see it through your mask. Oh my goodness. Yes, he's over 25 years, almost 28 years, I think. But as a minister in BCA, he served at. He grew up at LA Betsuin, right? Nishi LA Betsuin. and went through school, and then he started his ministerial career at Fresno Betsuin, right? Then he went to Vista, then Seattle, and after Seattle, he came here for 12 years, right? He came here to the Venice Honganji Buddhist Temple for 12 years, where he spent the longest time. Then he's been at Gardena since 2014, I believe, right? So 7 years now. Wow, that's quite a almost 8 years, I think. So we're very fortunate to have this most senior minister in BC in Southern District, Reverend John Iwohara. So thankfully he was willing to give us a message for today, and we'll watch him on Zoom right now. Okay, please enjoy. Thank you, everyone.
ナマンダー、ナマンダー、ナマンダー。たとえ、我、仏を得た欄に、実法の主情、指針信行して、我が国に正然と思いて、ないし10年戦。もし、生ぜずは、昇格を取らじ。ただ、ご逆と、秘宝消防とをば、除くと。If I become a Buddha, the multitudinous beings, the 10 directions, with a true heart, joyous faith, and desire to be born in my country, will have even 10 thoughts of saying my name. If they are not born, then I will not take true awakening. Accepted are those of the 5 transgressions and those who slander the true Dharma. Namanda. The passage that I am quoting, and an English translation of it, is the 18th or foundational vow of Amida Buddha. In Japanese, this vow is called Hongan. Before I get to my main message, I would like to share some interesting information with everyone. The name of our mother temple and our particular branch of Jodo Shinshu takes its name from the 18th vow, or Hongan. I translate Hongan as foundational vow, but it has also been translated as primal vow and as fundamental vow. The name of our particular branch of Jodo Shinshu is Jodo Shinshu Honganji Ha. We also received the nickname Nishi Honganji, or West Honganji, because Tokugawa Ieyasu built a second Honganji temple to the east of the original Honganji temple. Because of this, from that time on, there have been 2 Honganji, or temple, ji, of the foundational vow, Hongan. The second, newer Honganji established its own tradition and is called Shinshu Otaniha. Their mother temple is also called Honganji. This Honganji temple is found to the east of the other temple, and because of this, was given the nickname of Hiyashi, East Honganji, and the other temple, found to the west, became known as Nishi, West Honganji. Both temples are called Honganji, but there are significant differences. It is as significant as a difference found between the East Coast and the west coast of the United States. I mention this because today's service is the Ohigan gathering. Ohigan means other shore, and other shore is a term used relative to this shore. This shore is a term that is used to refer to our world, or what has been described as the world of birth and death. It is the world of suffering. Other shore, on the other hand, refers to the world of Amida Buddha. This world, the Buddha country land of Amida Buddha, has been given the name Gokuraku, or utmost bliss. So obviously, these are two completely different places. But Amida Buddha's Pure Land wasn't always a pure land. It is a land that was fulfilled. And in order to establish this land, it is said that it took the Buddha Cho-sai Kalpa. Because there are different ways to calculate these units, using the more conservative method, Cho-sai is a number that has 56 zeros behind it. A number with 14 zeros would take over 3.17 million years to count if you counted one every second. Cho-sai is 4 times that amount of time. It will take roughly 12.7 million years to count to Cho-sai if you counted one every second. But the unit of time is not seconds. It is kalpa. And although in the past I have already talked about how incredibly long a kalpa is, you have to multiply this by Cho-sai to understand how long it took to establish the Pure Land of Amida Buddha. The point of all this is to say that it was not easy to establish a Pure Land that can be called utmost bliss. This is significant because according to the foundational vow, Amida Buddha will give all of this up if even one person is not saved. I remember when I was much younger, when I used to practice my free throws, I would try to put pressure on myself and say things like, if I don't make 10 in a row, I will not stop practicing. If I missed after the first 4 or 5 times, then I would start over and count from 1. But after a while, you get tired. If I started over after 20 minutes, then if I missed my 3rd or 4th attempt, I would say things like, oh, that one didn't count, do over. Then I would get to something like 8 in a row. Actually, it was probably more like 6 if you include all the that one didn't count shots. When I got to that point, I would take a deep breath. If I missed, I can't repeat what I said then here. But after that, I started coming up with rules like, no, that one didn't count. No, that one didn't either. No, the wind blew. And I would ignore all of the shots that I miss. Needless to say, I never really got good at shooting free throws, but I'm happy to report I never missed dinner because of practicing free throws. Shinron Shonin uses the expression sesshu fusha, embraced and not forsaken, to describe the activity of Amida Buddha's foundational vow. In other words, for Amida Buddha, do-overs and doesn't count rules are not allowed. What was at stake is not a single meal. Amida Buddha put up everything, the land, his status as a Buddha, everything. Why would the Buddha do that? Is the Buddha crazy? Is the Buddha stupid or something? Of course not. We know that the Buddha is the embodiment of wisdom itself. So why would Amida Buddha do this? There is a reason why this service is called Ohigan, or the service about the other shore. From our point of view, the Pure Land of Amida Buddha is so very different from our world. It is a land that has no greed, no anger, no stupidity. It is a place where equality is not a concept or a word. It is the reality. So why, again, would a Buddha think of giving all of this up just for one person? Although the answer is obvious when that one person is me, the reason why the Buddha is able to make the promise as found in the foundational vow is because the Buddha understands that the other shore is still connected to this shore. In other words, if you care about someone deeply, and if that person is sad or hurt, can you simply stay happy? And if you are not sad or hurt and are feeling great joy instead, don't you want to try to share your happiness with the person who isn't? When the person who is sad or hurt is no longer sad or hurt, don't we feel better? Amida Buddha's land is called ultimate bliss because it is a land that wants to share happiness with all beings. It is a land made to help all those who are sad or hurt to no longer be sad or hurt anymore. That our temples are called Honganji, the temple of the foundational vow, should help us to see just how big we are meant to be as a Sangha. Not in terms of size, but in terms of our hearts. Because of this, it becomes important that we continue to share the Dharma of the Nembutsu and share the vision and activity that is Namo Amida Butsu. During this time of COVID, you are over there and I am still over here. Unfortunately, we were not able to meet at the temple, and we are in two different places. But what Namo Amida Butsu makes especially clear, even now, is the fact that we are still connected, that we continue to hold this service, even today, hopefully reminds us that we are also still connected to our legacy. We are connected to our past. And if we are able to continue to share this legacy of Namo Amida Butsu, then we are connecting ourselves with the future as well. Connecting with our past, connecting with our present, and connecting with our future is one of the reasons why we are able to declare that life is immeasurable. This awareness is the light that comes to us from the other shore, a light that helps us to see that we are never alone and isolated. Instead, we are all a part of Namo Amida Butsu. And our lives are so important that each and every one of us fulfills the foundational vow of Amida Buddha. This is how important our lives are, and why the Buddha is unwilling and unable to abandon anyone, and why the Buddha has promised to embrace each and every one of us, to embrace all of us. It is why we together share the name Namo Amida Butsu. With this thought, I would like to conclude my message. Let me take this opportunity to once again thank everyone at the Venice Honganji, beginning with your resident minister, Reverend Corey Kwan, for inviting me to this very, very special and important service. Thank you all very, very much for continuing to share the Nembutsu with me and everyone else as well. Namanda, namanda, namanda.
We thank Reverend John Iwohara for his message. Iwohara Sensei, ご法話どうもありがとうございました。Next, we will recite the 6 Paramitas, which is on pages 4 and 5 of the service book, the Brown Service Book. 続きまして、茶色い聖典の4ページと5ページにある6パラミツを先生に従って拝読いたします。
六春三つ、御仏様の御心に立ち返らせていただいて、一つ、今日一日、清らかな眼、温かい情け、つつましやかな春で暮らしましょう。一つ、今日一日、腹を立てまつまい。一つ、今日一日、不平不足嘘を申しますまい。一つ、今日一日、私の仕事に全身全力を挙げて尽くさせていただきましょう。一つ、今日一日、 夜昼常に私を守らせともを御仏のご恩を喜ばせていただきましょう。一つ今日一日、南無阿弥陀仏を唱えさせていただきましょう。Six Paramitas. Turning our thoughts to the Buddha, let us throughout the day live with clear eyes, warm hearts, and humble attitude. Let us throughout the day not become angry. Let us throughout the day not utter words of discontent, dissatisfaction, and untruth. Let us throughout the day do our daily work with all our power. Let us throughout the day rejoice in the love and compassion of Amida, who is constantly watching over us day and night. Let us throughout the day repeat the holy name, Namo Amida Butsu. Promise, the Buddha is our eternal father and mother. The Buddha always keeps watch over us. We promise to listen to the teachings of the Buddha and perfect ourselves by following his ideals. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Amandos Namo.
We will now have words of appreciation by our temple president, Jerry Iseda. Kansho no ji wo Iseda Jerry-san ni onegai shitai to omoimasu.
Good morning, everybody, and thank you all for joining us for our Autumn Ohigan service today. So it's nice that we have some people here in person, and that all of you on Zoom are also there. So first thing, thank you for understanding as we continue to work and learn how to use our very fancy AV equipment. So I won't say that if you're seeing the Onaijin looking too orange at home, it's time for you to buy a new monitor. So we're still going to work at it and we'll get better. So at least we're able to do this so people both here and at home can see it. So we would like to see more of you come in person as things get better. So please come anytime. One other group that I want to acknowledge is our virtual Sangha. So they have been with us here. We officially had them at our very first service last year at Autumn Ohigan. So they've reached 1 year. This is our 1 year anniversary. And so while we sadly haven't all been able to get together here in person, they've kind of taken your place. So I want to say thank you to all those who have allowed us to share their images in the service as well. For the service, I want to thank Reverend John Iwohara for his message today. Bring some people back since he was here for so many years a while back. So it was nice to have him with us by Zoom anyway, or by tape. So thank you. And of course, thank you, Reverend Corey, as always, for guiding us and arranging the service for us. So thank you very much. I won't forget today. So thank you to Judy Hopfield for being our service chairperson, Julia Weta for being our organist, and Ron G, who's in the background helping to run the AV today. So thank you all very much. And sorry we don't have otoki for you, but for people that are here, Barbara Fukuji tells me that we have ice cream treats later, so everybody at home is going to miss out. So, but you can have your own otoki at home. So thank you very much.
Please unmute yourself and make your announcement. Oshirase wa arimasu ka?
Our next senior Dana deliveries will be next Sunday.
Hi, this is Tom for ABBA. Thanks, Elena. ABBA's having their, let's see how am I going to put this? Our annual steak feast fundraiser, which in parentheses is not going to be a steak feast, but it's going to be the cherry stone bento that we had scheduled earlier in the year, but we're shut down due to COVID. So we'll be holding it on November the 12th. I'll be sending a flyer out to Jerry to send out to the general public, but you could sign up on givebutter.com/VHBTABBA-cherrystones. I think the website's open now. So for those who are interested in participating, go ahead and log on there or get information from the flyer we'll be sending out. Thank you.
And on a couple things. So first, I think if Elena's message didn't come through, I think she's talking about our senior Dana deliveries for September will happen next Sunday. And so thank you to Abba who's putting that together, and thank you to all of our delivery people as always. And I think Judy was going to talk about the BEC book club that will start immediately after the service around, what time is it? So probably like 11, sometime after 11. The book will be American Sutra by Reverend Dr. Duncan Williams. And if he hasn't already joined, Reverend Dr. Williams will be here to join the book club to talk about his book. So please stay. So even if you haven't read the book, this is a chance to hear from the author as well, or to ask him some questions. So you don't have to do anything. It's going to remain on the same Zoom as we did for the service. So you can just stay. You can get up and go to the bathroom or get a snack or something and come back. So that will happen right after service. We have a couple other things that I wanted to do today. So one is we have a kind of a special presentation. So Sharon Ishida, I saw you on Zoom. I didn't see Nelson with you. So if he's nearby, you might want to see if he wants to join you for this. So one of the things that the BCA has been offering, I guess sort of recently, is that they provide they provide certificates of congratulation for special milestones. Now, they've always done it for our graduates. So at graduation time, we always have them do certificates for graduation. Now, Nelson and Sharon Ishida, they're one of our more recent members, but they celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary this year. And so I'm sorry we can't give this to you in person, but let me just read you. Let me see, I think you can do. We have a little certificate here from the BCA. It says, congratulations, Nelson and Sharon Ishida. Wait, let me put my glasses on. It's kind of small. Okay. It gives me great pleasure to extend to you my warmest congratulations on this occasion of your 50th wedding anniversary. This golden anniversary celebration is a testament to the strength of the love and respect you have for each other, as well as that which you have received from and share with your family and friends. Embraced by infinite wisdom and compassion, may you continue to enjoy good health and happiness from this day forward, surrounded by your family and friends, and guided by the Nembutsu teaching. This is Gassho, and it's our Bishop, Reverend Marvin Harada, Buddhist Churches of America. So we'll send that to you. Congratulations again for celebrating a milestone like that. And so at some point when we're able to gather in person, we can celebrate in person. So congratulations again. So we'll be mailing this to you, so at least you will get it. So okay, and then one more thing that we're going to do today is it's Project Bombu time. So I have the drum here. Let's see. Maybe we'll put it over here. Okay, so our organist Julia Wett is going to select the lucky person today. So this is September, so we have October, November, and 2 in December coming, so. Oh, a whole bunch came out, so she has to put it back in the drum. And just so you know, I'm happy to announce that we are going to have this again in 2022. So something to look forward to. Okay. Okay, close your eye and pick one. Oh. Okay. Nice pink ticket. Okay, so it's a pink ticket. I don't think anyone knows what color ticket they have. Okay. Oh, and our selectees for today are Mil and Nori Kurashige. So, congratulations. We'll have our next drawing in August. We don't really have a big service in August, so it will be one of the Sunday services to be determined. So
October.
October. I'm a few months behind. So thank you. We surround all people and all forms of life with infinite love and compassion. Particularly do we send forth loving thoughts to those in suffering and sorrow, to all those in doubt and ignorance, and to those whose feet are standing close to the great change we call death. We send forth oceans of wisdom, mercy, and love. Namo Amida Butsu.
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 Okay, thank you all again for joining us this morning. And for those of you who are staying for the book club, you may stay on Zoom. We have a few minutes, so you can probably unmute yourself and just say hi and goodbye. So.